Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So we start on the 4-hour chart. Just want to take you through the price action here of the 10th of March low. I view the move to the upside as a 5-wave move in a wave 1. We talked about it before and said, okay, we can discuss, did the wave 1 top here? And did we just have an A overshooting B wave and we come down in a C wave, or did the wave 1 top here? Again, that's just sort of really detailed discussion about the details. We won't really know, but this, in my opinion, works better in terms of proportions, even though I don't really like the length of the third wave here, but it's not the shortest, which is very important. I had a few questions about, or a couple of questions. Apparently some other analysts, I don't know who it is, did say that this move takes too long to be a wave 2, which is not the case.
But before we dive deeper into the analysis, first a few words about the sponsor of today's Bitcoin video, Chartprime. Chartprime is a service that provides specific TradingView indicators. There are 5 specific and unique indicators that you can only get through Chartprime if you sign up to one of their plans. These are based on quite complex algorithms and formulas and can be helpful in identifying trade setups, which means they can provide additional signals that could support your trading. Indicators can, for example, also be useful to support Elliott Wave counts to give more confidence. Of course, you don't need to apply Elliott Wave to use Chartprime, and the combination of their indicators alone can provide trade setups and signals as well. They currently offer a 30% limited time discount, so if you are interested in this, check it out. Of course, bear in mind that no indicator works 100% of the time. Here's an example of the Bitcoin chart with one of the range indicators. This indicator combines various indicators in itself, so you can adjust it to your needs, but it basically shows your range resistances, different support resistance levels based on different time frames, and it categorizes them based on their relevance. And this indicator provides you with dynamic support and resistance bands to which the price is reacting. And if you're interested in checking it out, make sure that you use the link in the video description and on their website. You can also read through testimonials and you can join their Discord community, which you can join in case you have any questions about how to use those indicators.
But people start to think this is a wave 4 of something. I don't know how you want to identify a wave 4 here. It just doesn't work. It's totally unreliable. There are other more likely structures. Now, again, we can always discuss things, and it might be a valid count, but that doesn't make it likely necessarily, because that would mean that this here would have to be a wave 1, then a wave 2 to the downside. Alternatively, this was the wave 1, A overshooting B wave, C wave, but a wave 1 and a wave 2. Then this would be a wave 3, which is of course not valid. Well, it is valid, but it's completely unlikely. And then this here would be a wave 4, and then we would get one more high in a wave 5. Problem is that this is too short for a wave 3. Yeah. So if this here was a wave 1, this was a wave 2, this was a wave 3. Of course, it's possible, but it's completely unlikely, because in crypto, and especially you need to know what Bitcoin typically does, right? So, of course, everybody can place some waves somewhere, and I can't tell you this is, I can't say for sure this is not the case, but if you know that Bitcoin typically in a third wave does at least reach the 1.618 extension, then this is not the case here, because if we measure the fibs, we take the length of the wave 1, we go to the low of the wave 2, and we didn't even reach the 1.236 extension. So that's not how Bitcoin normally behaves in a third wave. Therefore, this is either a wave 1, or we are in a larger diagonal, which is possible as well, but then you would have this as an A wave here probably. But that wouldn't make a great difference in terms of the pullback targets. And even if you place the wave 1 here at the top in February 2023, then we would have here the wave 1, here the wave 2, but even then it reached only the 1.236 extension. So yeah, of course you can say, okay, I make it simple, I'm at this 1, 2, 3, if you know how Bitcoin normally behaves, you wouldn't do this. So that's just my take on it. Okay. So I go with a 1-2-1-2 setup at the moment, and even though here are a few flaws in the count, yeah, that wave 1 is a little too long for a reliable wave 1 of wave 3, but it's also possible. Okay. So again, I've got either the 1-2-1-2, or we're dealing with a larger diagonal pattern here, which is also why I often say that I think the move to the upside will be a rocky road. But either way, it doesn't make a great difference short term. In each of these scenarios, they're all bullish. Even if this here was a wave 4, we should get another move up in a wave 5. So from that point of view, it's all okay. Then zooming in, again, my take is that this is currently a wave 2 correction. In a wave 2, we're dealing here with most likely with a WXY structure. The idea, we're now in the Y wave. We had an A wave in the Y wave, a B wave that probably topped here at the golden ratio of our resistance area here a few days ago at 28,400, and we could now be coming down in a C wave of wave Y. And yeah, let's zoom in a little. So if we make that a little larger here, you can see that in the short-term bearish count, we topped here in the B wave. We're now coming down in C. I have problems to align everything fully with the length of the C wave, which, to be honest, if we draw the fibs and say, all right, what would be the target? Have the length of the A wave, we go to the high of the B wave, and we look at least at 24,460, okay? The 1-to-1 ratio. Now, for now, how could this work out? I mean, at the moment, the micro level count works nicely. So I gave you early today in my first video, I gave you a resistance area for the wave 4, and price reached it and got rejected. Everything's fine. So far, no new low made, but let's assume we have topped in wave 4 here. Yeah. So the idea is of this high 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So perfectly adhered to the ideal target of the fourth wave. So I assume this wave is topped and we could get one more low in a wave 5. Now that definitely wouldn't take us down to 24,600. So what could it be? This could be the first wave of the C wave, but that's actually a little too long. So what else? Well, okay, it's not too long, but it could be the first wave, then we get a wave 2, then we get a wave 3, a wave 4, a wave 5. That's possible, and it's adhering nicely to it at the moment. I will leave this count on the chart, and I'm going to sketch out how this could play out as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in wave C of Y of 2. Okay, so this is certainly a count that's valid, but I will have to change the wave degrees here a little bit. It's a bit off. Let's just do that here right now. But there is another interpretation, which I might change that maybe tomorrow or so, depending on how it's behaving. The other interpretation would be that the move down here is an ending diagonal. I have already changed it on the Ethereum count or Ethereum chart, and the idea would be that this is a 1, this is a 2, and then this move down was just an A wave of wave 3. B wave of wave 3 might have topped already, and next we get down in a C wave of wave 3, and then we have a 1, 2, 3, then we get a 4 and an A, B, C in wave 5, and that would take us down nicely into that area. So this is how it could unfold, but this structure is most likely going to morph a lot if it is a diagonal. So ideally, what we expect now is a more or less short move down in the fifth wave. It should not take out in this fifth wave the 25,820 level. If it, however, gets down quite strongly, then we're probably dealing with this ending diagonal. And depending on what happens now, I'm going to change here the micro count. But again, nothing here would have an impact on the overall scenario I showed you. It's just sort of the subwaves that have to change. Adhered here yesterday nicely to our resistance again, but it's not following through yet really to the downside. So let's see what the Asian traders are going to do here in the next session. But the idea is that B topped up here. Yeah, this B wave topped on Monday, the 29th of May, and we're now heading down to new lows. But to confirm this wave count, Bitcoin needs to take out the 25,820 level. Very, very important. And overall, we are still in the correction, and primarily I still expect another low. For everybody who's not aware, of course, a direct bullish breakout count is possible. It is for me the less likely option. In that bullish breakout count, in which we already bottomed here on the 12th of May, we would say we rallied in a wave 1, we came down in a wave 2, we are now in a wave 3, which consists of an A, B, C structure, because this would need to be a diagonal, and then we should get a 4th and a 5th. And only if we get these 5 waves up, I will believe that Bitcoin has bottomed here on the 12th of May. And then we could get an ABC structure down. If we do that, we can formulate support, and then it could turn around here. So that's sort of my take on Bitcoin at the moment. I know it's a bit boring, but that is just how the market sometimes is. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.